Hello once again, witchy people. It is still Friday, the 18th of February, and although the sun has just come out, Storm Eunice is definitely creating a bit of havoc in my garden. So now, breaking down the really long video that I made into smaller bits, I am now going to talk about my Etsy store. So, welcome into my Covenstead and another little boring chat. So, certainly since Brexit, and probably just before when the postal prices went up very, very high, especially international postage prices, my shop took a real hit. Mainly because with everything that I was selling, apart from the Hedge Witch boxes, which contain loads and loads and loads of stuff, everything I think the postage costs more than the item. Since I reopened, I have had a few sales, not many, but you know, I'm grateful. So what I've decided to do is take some stuff out that's been in my store for a while and put in some stuff that I know was popular, and stuff that I enjoy doing. So there is that. Now there is a place near where I live, in a place called Bittern, called the Mercantile Flea. And I've been looking into getting a stall there. So it's like a shared space where lots of people, there's one there called Crowley's Witch. So they do have a couple of pagan sort of like based shops there already, or stalls there. They're like little shop units. But you have to set up everything yourself. And you can hire a space, anything from a bookshelf space to a proper space that you have to kit out yourself. They don't supply you with shop furnishings or anything. Anyway, the problem with me setting up shop there is it's very expensive, and I don't want to invest money that I'm never going to get back. And they've just cut the bus service down from the area where I live into Bittern. They did that a few months back. We went from having, when I first moved into the area, bear in mind that was a while ago, the bus service was about, from here to Bittern, was about every 15 minutes. Now it's every hour and 3/4. So, you know, not even a bus an hour. It's absolutely ridiculous. And at certain times during the day, they cut the bus service completely. Partially, I think, because when people pick up their kids from school, the roads get blocked and the buses can't get through. Anyway, completely off topic. So whether I will actually go to the Mercantile Flea or not, I don't know. I would like to. I like the idea of that little community space. And they sell such good coffee there. I go there quite, or try to go there quite a lot. I've been there a few times. But like I said, it's even if I do open there, I won't be selling the same stuff as I do within my Etsy store, I don't think. So what have I been doing? Well, I've got a few of, where's one that's done? Going back just before Yule, someone asked me to make one of these boxes, particularly with the moon gazing hair on it, and I did. This is it. And unfortunately they never came back to buy it. But that's okay. But I am rather fond of it. You can't see it properly. There is a moon there. There you go, you can see it a bit better there. See, there's the moon, and it's kind of like shaded all round, so the moon looks like it's glowing. And it's decorated around. So I've got 5 of these to make, though I don't know what I'm going to put inside them, because it's beeswax candles. Now I love beeswax candles. I can never be a vegan. So what I usually sell in these is 5 pure beeswax candles. They are 100% beeswax. Some anointing herbs, so you can anoint the candles, and anointing oil, which can also be used on the body or in the bath. I mean, it smells beautiful. Anyway, I don't have, if I make this again, I don't know if I've got the same recipe or if I can, you know, I'd have to make all the oils and everything. So I might do something different in the boxes. I haven't quite decided yet. I do have quite a lot of herbs that have been picked at special times. So the last blue moon that we had, I picked elderflower leaves from the garden. Last Lunasa was when I was in Burley, and I picked some stuff at Burley. I think there was a full moon, and I picked and dried a load of other flowers. So there's lots of things I could sort of like make up into one of these boxes, or just sell the boxes as they are. I don't know yet, and I have a few other boxes that I have to sort out and create. Of course, the other thing that I've been making, and I did mention these earlier when I said about the cultural appropriation when I made the video, I've been making my poppets, which is why I made the cultural appropriation video, because Hippie and Witchy, who's the person who makes the Good Intention dolls, I thought it's quite funny that I was making these. I was already making these when I said about that. Oh, the sun's just gone in and the wind is getting up again. Hello, Eunice. It's Storm Eunice. That's my... So I've made 26 of these. Not all the same. Some are this colour, some of these, and this one, and there's 3 of those. Cyril, Cecil and Cedric, I think the green ones with the blue one are called. I've got some orange ones and some blue ones and ones I didn't think I'd like, and I really do like them actually, the pink and yellow ones. God, that light is terrible, isn't it? There we go, you can see the colour there. They're all individual names. I'm going to now I want to give them a name, which is different to the ones that I have in my shop at the moment. So I want to give them a name, and they will come with either birth certificates or like registration certificates, because they're all handmade, so they're all individual, and I want them all to be special to the person. They're all key rings. I don't know if you see they've got a key ring. They're all been sewn in, and yeah, so they'll be going up in my store soon. I have to photograph them. I have to sort out the certificate that goes with them. I have to decide what I'm going to call them. I have a few ideas. I'm going to consult with my daughter, because she's, you know, sometimes you get so involved in something and it's almost like you can't see the wood for the trees. You can't think straight, and you can't give yourself an honest opinion because you're too involved with it. So I always ask Beth. So that's what I'm going to do. Now, the other thing I was going to talk about was bees, because I was talking about the beeswax candles and how I could never be vegan. Now, this isn't my opinion, but it's a theory that I like, and I haven't seen much evidence for it, but I have seen some. So basically, I read this article, several articles, but one mainly stuck out, about how obviously we all know that bees are becoming quite rare, and we need to save the bees. I love bees, and not just bumblebees. I like worker bees and all sorts of bees. And there's one, I think it's called the fairy-toed bee or the hairy-footed bee or something. Oh, they're so adorable. Anyway, off point. If it wasn't for apiarists, beekeepers, collecting honey and people making beeswax candles and such like, the bee population would be much more lower than it is today. And the fact that these people have hives and look after bees is helping keep the population up a little bit. And it did kind of make sense to me, because as a, not just a country, but as a world, we are destroying the bee population by destroying the land. And the idea that people are making special places and keeping the bees happy, and it did kind of make sense to me. I don't know if it's, like I said, I have read some scientific evidence to support it, but it's just a couple of people's opinions, and I'm sure there are opinions to say opposite, as always. But anyway, yeah, so that's why I don't mind using beeswax and honey and such like. I mean, my eldest daughter's vegan. She doesn't touch honey, and she's a very strict vegan. My youngest daughter is a pescatarian, so she's a vegetarian, but she eats fish, and I'm a vegetarian, not through choice. Yeah. I would love a Kentucky Fried Chicken. Oh no, a bacon sandwich. That's what I miss most, I think, is a bacon sandwich. It's like people, I mean, I've got to say this, and this may not go down well with a lot of people. So my father, as many people know, he's passed away now, but he was Jewish, and we caught him eating a bacon sandwich, a fried bacon sandwich, and we're like, Dad, you're Jewish, you can't eat bacon. And he turned around in all sincerity, as a lot of Jewish people are, and said, look, God, what was it he said? If God truly didn't want us to eat bacon, to eat pigs, he wouldn't have made it taste so good. So there you go, words of wisdom. Oh, I miss my dad so much. Anyway, so that's completely off topic, I know. So yes, I am going to be kind of going through the shop. The other thing I wanted to mention as well was, as from this year, really, from videos that have been made this year, certainly from the last couple of weeks, will have all my links below. Now, I do have I think I said a couple of videos ago, I have Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook and YouTube. And the only one I really use is YouTube. I posted one TikTok video and that's it. However, the links are there if you want to contact me on any of those platforms, even if it's just, hey, this is my channel on whatever platform it is, would you like to take a look? I'd love to take a look. I mean, I'm very much, I love discovering people that I hadn't seen before. I love all of that. So there we go. I should have had the camera this way around when I was talking about altars, because I was talking about all the different shelves that I had. Anyway, that's it. So my Etsy store will be revamping slightly. I am going to sit here all day today working. I've got 5 of those moon gazing hair boxes to make. I've got 3 of the pentacle chests to make. I have just finished sewing the last of the keyring bits onto these, whatever I'm going to call them. I might leave that until, like I said, I'm going to talk to Beth about it. Yeah, and get the certificates done. And they're only going to be little ones, maybe, I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to do all that for the rest of the day whilst Storm Eunice totally wrecks my garden. Oh, okay, I said in the last video that the garden furniture was okay. It's not now. The garden furniture has been knocked over. As long as it doesn't take one of my wicker chairs to a neighbour, I'll be fine. So there we go. That's it for the moment. I may be back later, you never know. And hopefully in a few hours, Storm Eunice will have passed and we'll all be safe again. Like I said, at the moment, we're in a red alert. So we have like yellow is be a bit careful. Amber alert is, be aware. And red alert is basically stay in. You could be risking your life. Just because of garden furniture flying through the air and such like. So yeah, once again, I do hope that everyone is safe and looking after themselves and not taking any silly risks during this storm. Like I said, we've just gone through Dudley, which didn't hit as far down south as I live, but Eunice is hitting us quite badly. I can see that bird table going as well. And that's way down with these big metal things, but we shall see. Anyway, that's it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening, and I'll be back very soon. Bye for now, witchy people.